Hello, dear viewers and students. How are you? Hope all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. This is Janal Abdin, assistant teacher of English at Purbar High School, Burjun Kumilla. Dear students and learners, this is my second class on degree for you. That is, I have written few techniques and rules for you. Look at the students, positive, comparative and superlative. If you want to change all the degrees from the previous one to next one, then we need to follow these techniques. Dear students, look at in positive degree I have written no other, and then in comparative degree I have written then any other or then all, and in superlative degree I have written the plus superlative form. In the next, I have written very few in positive degree, and then in comparative degree I have written then most other, and in superlative degree I have written one of the plus superlative form. And I'll show written. These students, look at, I've written as dot dot as, so dot dot as, and in comparative I've written negative comparative and affirmative comparative. This is the short technique to change degree from positive, comparative and superlative. Let's see, dear students, let's get started the change from positive to comparative and superlative. Look at these students. In the very beginning, I would like to write no other boys is so fast as he. Look at these students. I've written no other boys is so fast as he. In my previous class, I have shown you to how to change from degree from positive, comparative and superlative the forms. Okay, dear students, look at, this is the positive degree, and now I would like to change it from to comparative. If we change positive degree to comparative, then we need to bring the second subject at the very beginning. Okay. We have seen here he, and then look at here is the verb is. The first subject is boy. No other boy is so fast as he. And we need to bring a proverb looking at the subject. Here the proverb will be is, as it belongs to present indefinite tense. Okay, dear student, he is, and then the action of degree. The comparative form of fast, we know it will be faster, and then at the very beginning we see no other. This is the techniques, and if there is no other at the very beginning of positive degree, we need to change in the degree comparative, that is then any other, then any other, and then the first subject. Dear students, look at he is faster than any other boy or boys. Okay, this is the first rule to change from positive degree to comparative. And if we change it from positive to superlative, then we should do the act like this. In comparative and positive, the structure is remains same, such as he will be he, and then proverb is. And looking at the very beginning, if there is no other, then we have to write the, and then the superlative form of fast. We know in the first video I have shown that it will be fastest. He is the fastest, and then the second, the first subject will be in the second. Okay, dear students, we can see at the very beginning this is the positive degree, and the second one the comparative, and third one the superlative degree. Okay, I would like to show another example for you better understand. Okay, dear students, no other girl is so beautiful as she. Dear students, look at no other girl is so beautiful as she. This is the degree that is more than 2 or 3 syllables. In this regard, we have to follow another idea, that is in comparative and in superlative. In comparative, we can write the second subject she, and then the proverb will be is, and then so beautiful. This is, we know, more than 2 or 3 syllables. In this regard, we have to bring more. We cannot change it by adding er. More beautiful. It will be not beautiful, just more beautiful. This is the technique. If the adjective is more than 2 or 3 syllables, then we can write more at the very beginning of the degree or adjective. So here she is more beautiful, and then the techniques or rules, no other than any other, the first subject. Okay, dear students, the next example for superlative degree from positive one, it will be the second subject. We need to write she, proverb is, and then looking at the degree, we can see that it is more than 2 or 3 syllables. In this regard, if the very beginning is no other, then we have to write the, and then instead of more, we should write most beautiful. Beautiful. She is the most beautiful girl. This is the way you can change any degree from positive to comparative and from comparative to superlative as well. This is one criteria for you. Dear students, let's get start the second criteria that I have written here. Dear students, look at, I have written very few teachers are as fine as he. If there is very few at the very beginning of the sentence, positive degree, then the subject and verb will be in plural form. And then we can change it to comparative and to superlative as well. Okay, if there is very few teachers are as fine as he, if you want to change it from positive degree to comparative, then the next second subject will be the first one. Okay, he, look at the verb in present form. So the third, as the subject is third person singular number, here proverb will be is. We cannot bring are here because the subject is singular, then verb will be singular. Okay, he is, and then we find the degree fine. Fine, only are, we can add only are. We need not to add another are, just one are, a single are. Okay, he is finer. Then we see very few. So instead of very few, we can write then most other. He is finer than most other, and then the First subject, teacher. Teachers. This is the criteria, dear students. And if you want to change it from positive to superlative degree, then we need to bring the second subject to first one, he, and then is, and then at the very beginning we see very few, so here one of the, we need to write one of the, and then the superlative form of fine will be finest. Teachers. Okay, dear students, this is the one criteria having adjective in single syllable, and if this the syllable becomes three or two more, then the another criteria will be added here. Okay, then look at very few boys are as active as he, or Chaman. Okay, dear students, look at, I have written positive degree and then comparative and superlative. Okay, we need to bring the second subject in comparative degree, Jamal. Here we can see the verb are, but Jamal is singular, so proverb will be singular is. Jamal is. And then we can see the degree as active as. The degree is in active, two syllable, having two syllables, so we need to write more active. And then at the very beginning we see very few, then for this reason instead of very few we should write then most other. So dear students and learners, Jamal is more active than most other. The first subject we see boys. This is the criteria you can follow to change from positive degree to comparative one. Dear students, if we change from positive to superlative degree having the same criteria procedure, then we need to bring the second subject at the very beginning, that is Jamal, and then verb we know is. Here we find very few, so this we should write one of the. Jamal is one of the, and then the superlative form of more will be most, and then the degree active remain the active. Bye. Okay, dear students, this is two criteria I have shown you to change from positive degree to comparative and to superlative. There are also two criteria. I am just showing one, only one for you, just one. Okay, look at, dear students, he is as clever as he. We find only a positive degree, and we need to change it from positive to comparative. Look at, the degree is in affirmative form, so we need to change it comparative degree negative form. Okay, the second subject will remain he is as clever as she. We can write she is, and then the degree, as the positive is affirmative, then the comparative will be negative. Is not, she is not cleverer than he. This is the criteria. Okay, dear students, the practice I will show you in my next class. This is all for today. See you till then. Allah Hafiz.